Hey y'all, it's Michelle. So I am here to go over or to share with you something that I'm starting for the very first time for the month of June, and that is that I am starting a journey towards financial fitness. I've been on a weight loss journey for a long time, and now I'm just starting a new journey, and that is a journey towards becoming really financially fit. And I am starting for the first time this month Dave Ramsey's envelope system for budgeting. And I am not an expert on this. If you want to know more, there are tons of videos out there on either Dave Ramsey himself or people that are using his system towards paying down debt and, using the whole snowball method and all of that to pay down debt. Now, for me, where I am, I actually don't have consumer debt. What I do have is my mortgage and car note, and I also just have other financial goals. Earlier this year, I was laid off from my old job, and I started a new job that I really love. With this new job came a pay cut. And that was like a huge decision for me to make because who wants to make less money, right? But it has been actually, I knew it was a good decision for me because of where I was going with the company that I'm with and the work that I'm doing. I knew that I would have a greater sense of peace on this new job. And I'm 4 months in now, and I absolutely love it, and I still have no regrets in that regard. But it does require me to start thinking differently about fight my finances, because while I don't have credit card debt or anything like that, I do have a mortgage, and my goal is to pay my mortgage down in a very aggressive manner. In addition to that, I love to travel. There's so much of the world that I want to see. I Later this year, I have another trip with some friends. We're going to Osaka, Mexico, in October or November. I can't remember which month it is. It's no, the trip is not totally paid for yet, but so yeah, even though I don't have debt, I do have debt. I have my car note and other things. I have my cell phone and stuff like that. But my focus is on saving for retirement, of course, paying down my mortgage, and still being able to travel. So because of that, I just need to be more mindful of my spending, and I just wanted to try this. For a while, and there's actually an app that I just downloaded yesterday, and I mentioned it in yesterday's video, that when I had gone to McDonald's, I said I needed to log that in under restaurants. So the app is, I think it's a Dave Ramsey app. I got it in the iTunes store, but it's also in the Google Play store, and it's called every dollar spent. And what it forces you to do is to actually budget for every dollar that you bring in, every dollar of income. It should be allotted to some budget line item. And again, I'm not an expert, but there are a ton of videos out here on YouTube where people are using this system, and I just want to try it. There is I think I saw someone that recommended that you just start small. If you've never used the envelope system before, maybe start small with maybe only one of your categories, maybe the grocery category. Now for me, it's just me, so I am starting but to budget myself $200 a month for groceries. Um, and I came to that number because I typically was spending right at or a little more than $50 a month a week. And that was shopping like at Publix or even Harris Teeter sometimes, which is very expensive. But I know that if I shop more at take Harris Teeter out of it unless they're having a great sale. And if you're not in our region and you don't know these stores, forgive me. But the whole point is that I am just choosing to shop at stores where I can get the same items at a lower cost. So there is an Aldi's nearby, Food Lion, and I still love Publix for certain things. I won't go to these, the really deep discount stores for everything, because everything, to be honest, isn't good everywhere. For instance, I love Aldi's for a lot of things, but their bananas are a no for me at Aldi's. I will leave Aldi's and go to Publix to get my bananas each week. That's just worth it for me. Probably apples too. I love the Honey Crisp apples. I'm getting way off topic, really digressing, but my point is that even though I'm trying to, think and shop frugally, there are certain things that I may still go to a higher end store for. So I went through my budget, and I will show you the app without, showing too much, but just kind of showing the categories that I have. Um, the They say you should think about, like, what do you need to live? Like, what are your absolute necessities to live first? So for me, it's my mortgage, it's insurance, it's my car, utilities, my cell phone. Um, I got rid of cable. I cut the cable cord when I stopped working at my old job. So I don't see. Oh, well, in its place, I do have Hulu and Netflix, and I have an antenna. Where I am still looking to cut or to reduce my monthly living expenses is in my internet bill. I still have my internet with the old company, and to me, it's still a little high. So I'm waiting for. I think Google Fiber hopefully is coming to my area, and I'm hoping that's going to be more economical. But that's just an area that I'm keeping an eye out on. I do have to keep really good, reliable, fast internet because I'm doing a lot of streaming because I don't have cable. So I have my living expenses, and then I have my expenses such as my car note, my gas for my car. I also allow myself money to get my hair done. Eating out, I don't go out to eat as much. I'm really only allowing myself $50 per month. So that's $250 a month total towards food. And then let's see, Pixie. Ordinarily, she doesn't. I don't have to spend money for her every month other than her food. But this month, I am going away for my family reunion, so that will require her to be boarding. So I'll have that in my budget this month. And this month, I am actually only allowing myself a certain amount for allowable spending, because when I think about the fact that I already have money set aside for my gas, my going out to eat, my groceries, getting my hair done. For this month anyway, I'm just not allowing myself. I'm going to say is I'm budgeting. I think I said $100, but I see here I have it crossed off and I wrote 50 by it for allowable spending. That's just miscellaneous spending. But we'll see how that goes. This is my first month trying this, so I am about to go ahead and put everything in my envelopes the way that I've categorized it, and then what's left over really shouldn't be left over. That should then be allotted towards some short-term savings, an emergency fund. He's really big on having a very healthy emergency fund. Or maybe you're saving towards some big ticket item. I'm not saving for anything big ticket, but that's the way that you would ordinarily, work your budget. Is you have your income, you take out your living expenses, any of your budget line items, and then whatever's left, and then include savings, paying yourself, whatever, church, whatever it is that you have, and then also see what you can set aside for other buckets of things that you want to do. Large ticket items. For me, it's going to be vacation. I've got to get this vacation to Mexico paid for, and that's it. And then start looking forward towards my next vacation in next year, because I'm always in that mindset of where am I going next. So I will show you what I'm doing here. Okay, this is just a snapshot of the app, but I will insert a picture of the app towards the end of the video. And here I am I've already put the money in each envelope, and here I am just labeling each envelope, and that's one for my gas. I started off with $50, I think, for gas, but I did fill up, or almost filled up yesterday.
What's the reaction to London and how security is there?
And then my groceries, I also had already started buying groceries, so that's just the money that's left over. And I'm just really hopeful that this is going to keep me mindful. As I'm shopping, it's much easier to whip out a debit card than it is to spend cash when you actually see that cash in, your purse. And then I am going out on a limb here and saying that I'm only going to spend $50 for restaurants this month. But if I should happen to go out over that amount, then it will have to come from another category. Of course, I will get my hair done. One thing that I did forget in doing my budget items was my manicure and pedicure. So I'm going to have to do some reallocating. Well, not reallocated because I actually do still have some money that has not been budgeted. Oh, that's Pixie. She has to be boarded at the end of this month. So yeah, I do need to complete and fine tune this process, but that's what I'm doing.